Okay. And tax filing. So we'll just touch on that real quick. We can go next. So really, when I made this, I need to think through this because I think there might be some of y'all that probably didn't get this done in time. But where this usually applies is the main one is land purchased that are inherited this year. So I think now that we're in 2026, a lot of you all might have purchased this in 2025. So if that's the case, still fine, not a big deal. Just since we're on this one, going forward, if you purchase anything going forward and you file within that same tax year of the purchase, we do what's called a Schedule 180. Getting into some CPA talk here, but what that allows you to do is take that full deduction that we come up with in that 1 year, that first year, if you like. Now, if your deduction's big enough where you don't need to apply it, maybe you generated, let's just say $100,000 of income off that land, your deduction was $200,000. Well, you could use $50,000 and then amortize over the next few years as well. Okay. And so the other method is, which is 2 and 3, are what we call schedules 167 and 168, which is probably going to apply to some of you all now because we're not going to meet the tax deadline for 2025. And same thing, we're just taking the land that you purchased in 2025, and now we're going to have to amortize it over a 3-year period. And since it's 2025, technically we've already used 1 year up, so you're going to need to amortize it over 2 years. And I'll be happy to answer questions on that. So just kind of keep that in mind. And what your accountant will do is he's going to file what's called a 3115. And that's just a change in how you're doing taxes. And that's where it doesn't, you're not going back and amending a return or anything like that. It's just a change in how you're doing taxes. And that's what that 167 and 168 will tie into and help with. So again, kind of getting in the weeds there with CPA and accounting, which that's not what you guys are here to do. That's why we're here, is to handle that. And again, if your CPA does have questions on it, we have CPAs that can assist them with that. Okay. All right, next, please. So we discussed this a little bit, and this is just something we need to make sure of. Just want to reemphasize it one more time. Make sure it's an agricultural enterprise versus a hobby, right? So we want to make sure our land's out there and being used to generate income and not as a hobby. If it's used as a hobby, it's not going to work. So just pay attention to that, and happy to answer questions on that as well. Okay, next, please. Okay, and do not depreciate more than your basis. I think this is self-explanatory, but if it's new to you, it might not be. So basically what it's saying, or what it is saying, and I'm just going to use this for simple numbers. If we bought our land for $100,000, our nutrient deduction was $150,000. Well, we can't write off $150,000 when we only paid $100,000. Smart thing to do is also, if we have $100,000 and we have $150,000, we still don't want to write off the whole amount. Most CPAs are going to take 50% of that basis. So if we purchased for $50,000 or $100,000, we had $100,000 available in deduction. Usually a CPA is going to take a $50,000 deduction on that. So hopefully that makes sense. But again, if not, ask away. Okay, next, please. Okay. We can go next, please. Okay, so this is our process. If you haven't used it yet, we handle the whole thing. So we're acting as a third party to assist your CPA. So we're going to go in and we're going to assess the soils. So we mentioned we have a $40 per acre fee, and how that's going to work is we're going to charge 1/3 of that up front. Once we get that 1/3 payment, we're going to go out and we're going to access those soil samples. And how we're going to do that is we're going to take 10-acre grids. So if you had 50 acres, we're going to do 5 plots, 5 10-acre plots. And we're going to also hire a third party to do this for us. And the reason we do a third party as well as 10-acre plots is so we can avoid bias, right? So when the numbers come out, no one can say like, oh, you just went and picked the most fertile land, or you did all the analysis in-house with your own company and made the numbers high. So that's the reason we're using a third party and doing so many various samples. Okay, and so then once from there, we're going to go in and we're going to ascribe the value of the nutrients. So we're going to ask you if you put any additional fertilizers in there, anything like that. And if you did, like last year, if you put fertilizers in, we're going to ask you how much and what amount. We're going to take the soil samples. We're going to find out how many nutrients you had in those samples. The big ones are what's called NPK. Those are the 3 big nutrients. If whatever those numbers come back at, then we're going to prescribe the value of the fertilizer for last year or whenever you purchase the land. We're going to put that together to get an average deduction. And we will break down the micronutrients as well. So they will add up. They're not going to be a big number, but it could add $300 to $400 per acre. So it is something. But NPK are going to be your 3 big nutrients where we're going to get the value. And then once we get that all together, we're going to put it in a report that's CPA and IRS ready. We spent many years making sure we understood the IRS guidelines and how to put these reports together so they do follow everything and it flows in a smooth process. Okay. So this just gives us one study of, didn't want to put in too many slides here, but of a good sized piece of land in Texas. I understand not or what. You know what? 98% of the people I work with aren't like this. So, but this year, we had 12,000 acres, so a big parcel of land. Our average deduction was 1,300. Nationwide, we averaged 1,700, and the numbers we looked at showed 16 to 17, something like that. But like I said, that's an average. So in this case, came in a little bit lower at 1,379. So the total nutrient value was $16 million. All right, so a huge number. So if you look kind of up to the right or up above that, it shows the macronutrients, which is those big NPK ones I told you about, $10 million. And then, as I mentioned, your micronutrients can still add up. In this case, it added it up significantly. It's another $5 million. So it got us a total of $16 million that they were able to use as a deduction. So very big number. And, I use this as a case example because it is cool to see that these numbers can get very high depending on how many acres you use. Okay. So this kind of goes through the process. Our whole process is going to take approximately 60 days. A lot of that's dependent on you as well. So we're going to go out. We're going to have you submit your request. Everything's going to be done online now. Everything's DocuSign. There's no paperwork that's being mailed or anything like that, which is going to enable us to speed up the process, which is also why this process now works. Like in 1960, it didn't, because you were having to do everything by hand and mail it in. And if there was some confusion, mail it back. So we've made this where it's all online, simple process. So the first step, you'll go online and you'll do what we call a request for services. And Ken's going to get you a link to get into the website to show you how to do that. And so once you get in there, you'll do a request for services. Once you request for services, we're going to send you a DocuSign agreement. And we're going to look through that request for services, make sure the land's plotted correctly, all that good stuff. And then we're going to get you a DocuSign. You're going to sign that agreement that just goes over what we're doing, the pricing, all that good stuff. Then from there, we're going to line up the soil sampling and the data collection. The soil sampling, once they go out on your land, most of the times they're getting it done that day. We get the report turned around in about 24 to 48 hours. So again, why this is being done now when it wasn't done in 1960, because we can turn these things a lot quicker and make it efficient. So we'll do that soil sampling and data collection. When they soil sample, if it's a bigger parcel of land, they'll use maybe a 4-wheeler or something like that, but they're very respectful of the land to make sure they're not out there tearing it up. So something our soil samplers know to respect the land as well. Then what we do is we're going to get those analytics back, like I mentioned, in about 24 to 48 hours. Once we get that back, we're going to start putting it into a report. And once that report's completed and IRS and CPA ready, we're going to send you what's called a non-paid report. And that report is simply going to tell you how much we came up with per acre and what your deduction would be. If everything looks good, which it more than likely will, I've never seen one not be accepted. Could it come in lower than what our average is? Of course it could, because it is an average, but still usually pretty significant. And then if we all agree that that's ready to go, then we ask for the remaining 2/3 of balance of the payment, the other 2/3 of the $40. And then once we receive that, we'll put the final report together. So now you have it CPA and IRS ready. And I mentioned it, but that whole process is about 60 days. And so contingent upon you as well. So if we received your DocuSign agreement, but you sat on paying us that 1/3 for 30, 45 days, obviously that's delayed and we can't move ahead until we receive that payment. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but just wanted to put that out there. Okay, next please. Okay, and so like I mentioned, to get started, obviously you can reach out to Ken directly. You all have a relationship with him. You can scan this QR code if you want, and that can get you right to my website, and you can save it as a bookmark or however you want to do it. And then from there, it will just have an option that says request for services or more information, whatever you want. So the request for services, that's the documentation you'd have to fill out. I think it takes most people anywhere from an hour to 3 to 4 hours. Some of the longer ones are bigger parcels where they're having to plot a little more land. So, but if you have any questions on that, feel free to reach out to Ken. If he needs to reach out to me, then we'll get it sorted for you. But this, once you get this done and filled out, then we handle it from there. We take it over. And so you're basically done from that point forward. So
if you're following the news, Bonham is exploding right now with approval of multi-thousand acres of properties and homes at the moment in Bonham, Texas. So it's really a strategic location to be right now. From rural agriculture to high-end lake resort.